right now. So let me do that. Yep. Boom. You like to go to a show like that, Post?
Who is this?
SOD. This is in the 80s. This is in the 80s, bro. That was in New York City, CBGB's.
Oh, okay.
SOD. 2 members from Anthrax, 1 member from Nuclear Assault, and the singer was a roadie for Anthrax. Billy Milano, the singer. He comes out in a couple seconds. You know, he stage dives from the top, from the amps, right into the crowd. This is white boy angry music right there. Not racist or nothing. It's not racial music. It's just music with attitude. White boy music with attitude. You know.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a metalhead myself.
Yeah, speed metal, dude. Like even hard metal too. But this is big. He's on top. Dude. Watch this shit, bro. Dude, I used to wreck people in these fucking mosh pits. Wreck motherfuckers. This is actually a crossover from rap to rap. That drummer and bass is on the Public Enemy song "Bring Noise" with Public Enemy. And they did the metal version. Watch it. Oh. Watch, he starts pounding on one guy with his fucking microphone. Watch. You'll see the idiot. It looks like Zach in there, maybe. Like a kid like Zach. That's just too stupid to get the fuck out of the way. Look. Slapshot from Boston. You got the Boston shirt on the back of his shirts, and Slapshot the band from Boston. And he has a band called MOD too. Seen them twice. A little club like that.
I paid off $495,000 in debt within 18 months.
Okay, dude. Good for you, dude. Pulse Reloaded is joining. Fucking in the grand. IGN's in the grand at 617. Straight from H-Town, 5th Ward Posse. What's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Not much. Same old, you know, fucking, I missed the car last night because I had fucking, some family things to do, but, I was only kidding, Palman. Zach's a good kid. He's just fucking a little, misinformed. That's all. Good kid. Like, I don't have nothing against him. You know what I mean? Just, you know, kind of erratic sometimes. You know what I mean? Worse than I'm erratic. I'm erratic. He's fucking 10 times worse. But he's erratic for different reasons. You know, I'm erratic because I'm fucking a fucking savage that hit his head a long time ago, and I was erratic before I hit my head. What do they say when you hit your head really hard? You get more aggressive. See, that's why I put my do not disturb button on Pulse. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not going to ruin anything. I'm just telling you. That's the reason I do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I do it.
I was gonna say 289 wasn't the greatest card, so you didn't really miss much, man.
Yeah, but I hate to miss any fights, you know. And some people are saying, you know, like this, it's fixed, and I've thought about that before many times, like, you know what I mean. But I don't think you could fix real fights, like you can, like you could in boxing back in the days, but I don't think you can fix it. Like you can't fix because I don't think it can be done. Maybe it can. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it can be done. I don't know. Dana White ain't no gangster. He ran from gangsters here. So how the fuck is he a gangster? How can he make that happen? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he can. I don't know. Well, actually, anything can be done. It's not like it can't be done. And maybe it is. Maybe we'll find out someday it is all fixed. Who knows? His fucking hero is fucking, what's his name? Fucking McMahon from fucking WWF.
Oh, yeah.
WWE, right? Fake wrestling. Not that it's fake. I mean, they're doing everything physically, you know. But I don't know. Like, I just don't know if it's fucking. Maybe he's learned some shit from that fucking dude. I don't know. To make more money on the back end, you know what I mean? When the next fights come up, I think Dariush would have been I don't know how that fucking guy lost that quick.
Yeah, I feel bad for Beneil Dariush, man. He put in work. He won like 6 straight fights and he lost.
Fights. 8 straight fights.
Yeah, eight straight. Yeah.
He beat Gamrot in his last fight, so I'm like, man, this guy's ready. And even with Aldana, she should have been in there. Aldana should have been scared. Like, from what I heard, she wasn't using her fucking punches or power. You know, she punches harder than guys I've seen on the focus pads. I know it doesn't matter how hard you hit on the focus pads, but you get a good idea of their technique and how hard they hit just from doing that. So if you can't apply that in a fight like she has, just because someone's called the GOAT, like you gotta consider yourself the GOAT. You can't have no doubt in your mind. If I put this pressure on her, if I touch her, she's done. And from what I heard through other podcasts, that she didn't do that. When I woke up,
she really laid an egg. I guess she just came to get a paycheck because she didn't really come to fight.
Oh, I don't think it was a paycheck thing. I think she was a little bit. It's like Gon was kind of afraid of fucking Jones. You know what I mean? It looked like he was afraid.
Yeah.
You know, intimidated a little bit.
Well,
you know, that could fuck with a fighter's mind, dude.
I mean, in the 5th round, I wanted to see her at least kind of sell out and just, you know, if it was her destiny to get knocked out, go ahead and get knocked out. Yeah.
The train did, right? Like didn't the train go off in the 3rd round? He gave it his all.
Nate Landwehr? Yeah.
Did he go all out in the 3rd round after he lost the first 2 rounds or something? I heard.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. He was down 2-0, and I guess he was like, "Fuck it. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. But I gotta make an impact."
Exactly. No risk, no reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean,
you're not in there to lose. You're in there to win.
This was a championship fight for her, so it's like I don't know. She'll have to probably win like 4 or 5 before she gets back into contention. You know?
True. No, I agree with you, brother. I don't know what the fuck. I lost fucking like some of my fucking slides for some reason. I don't know if I overloaded it. I gotta fucking what's it called? Like delete some fucking shit off my fucking Google Slides. I don't know. But I have the cards anyways. I'm just gonna discuss. I just want to go over the fucking UFC 289 cards. And I want to just go over the Hutchinson.Lopez fight, just that fight, and the Broner fight. That's it. Just those fights, not the cards. Just those 2 fights.
Okay, I didn't even watch boxing. I heard Hutchinson won. Did Broner win?
Broner won, I guess. Yeah, a decision.
Okay.
I think it was a decision. I think it went the distance. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I was watching it with Jay and shit and all them. You know, so I'm not positive. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was a decision, unanimous decision or something. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But yeah, Broner, I know Broner won because I seen him talking shit like, I want fucking the WBA title, the World Broner title. I don't know what he said. He said something, but he's like, I want fucking Rolly. I go, that's the right guy to call out, Rolly. That's the right guy to call out. But when you start calling out like Haney and fucking Tank and Shakur, you can't be doing that. You won't last fucking 3 rounds with those guys.
I hate to say it, but I think Broner might be a little washed at this point.
Oh, dude, like Jay was saying, we were all saying it was like a barbecue. It's like Don King. I mean, he looks like a reptilian to me. I remember Mike Tyson said he's a reptilian, So I'm like, I always laugh at that. You know what I mean? Like every time I look at Don King, I think of a reptilian. Hold on, Paul. My picks went horrible yesterday. I think got only 3. I only got 4 correct, bro. Don't worry about it, pal, man. Like every week, like when people say expert picks and shit, they only get fucking 3 or 4 right. You know what I mean? It goes up and down. You know what I mean? We get hot. That's why I don't gamble, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I don't gamble. I'll take action. You know what I mean? Football and shit like that, sports. But I got other people who take fight fucking action if people don't like the lines, or they can test the lines. Look at their digital fucking where they bet through on digital on apps, and then they can call bookie and see their lines. So that's what I used to do to get my lines for football. I was taught by my mentor, go to 6 or 7 casinos in Las Vegas, look at their lines and meet it somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? And you'll never lose. I mean, you'll never, you're giving people fair lines. You know what I mean? And the house always wins eventually. You know what I mean? People can win 10 straight fucking weeks. Then they can lose fucking 20, you know what I mean? And fucking in 6 months. So the money, you're always going to be ahead. And there are really good gamblers out there. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? There are. There's definitely such thing as a 80, 90% fucking chance gambler. You know what I mean? They study or they get inside information. You know what I mean? It's a million things.
No, but going back to Don King, I don't know why anybody, like you said, after he screwed over Mike Tyson, I don't know why anybody works with that guy no more,
Oh, he fucked over way more than Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah.
He was fucking people over way before Mike Tyson. It's just like you seen when what's his name? When Cusimano died, and then Jacobs, who had that big collection, and then Kevin Rooney. Then Kevin Rooney was gone. It's like, who can he trust? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He thought he had everything under control. He doesn't have someone pushing him like Kevin Rooney. You know what I mean? Or a guy that has principles and shit and was an ex-fighter. You know what I mean? Trained Mike really well.
Yeah, I think Mike said he went broke like 2 or 3 times in his life, but he always found a way to bounce back. And now he's got a cannabis empire.
Yeah, Post. Like he's right. He's right. Listen, anybody out there thinks they can't, especially in this day and age. Like there's a million ways you could like Mobb Deep says on the track Shook Ones, right? Part 2. Numerous ways you could choose to earn funds. Just work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you worked hard your whole life. I worked hard my whole life, almost all of it. If I wasn't working on, it was because I was in prison or something or fuck whatever, but yeah, I really think a lot of people should take advantage of the internet, not in a bad way, in a good way, you know what I mean? And follow their passions, you know what I mean? Follow their passions. Something good will happen for you someday if you give it your all, you know what I mean? And
I agree.
I'm not really trying to give it my all, Paul. I mean, I am, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm never going to fake it. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be an actor. I'm not going to be phony. You know what I mean? I could be an actor and play a bad guy or something because I could do that pretty good. You know what I mean? And I could even play a nice guy really good. You know what I mean? But I can honestly do that in my real conscience. You know what I mean? So I could do that. But I don't like Hollywood in the first place. So That's why I do independent shit myself. You know what I mean? Or with a team. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm definitely not fucking acting for none of those people because they all think their shit don't stink. And not all of them. We all know. I love a lot of movies. You know, I love a lot of actors, but it just seems like, you ever hear that quote? Be careful who you're inspired by your heroes. You might just be careful who you want to meet your heroes. You might not be impressed. You know what I mean? You might be fucking a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of it. I don't get starstruck from people. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I agree.
I'm not a fanboy. You know what I mean? Post. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, no. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm eating right now.
Huh?
I said I didn't know if you could hear me on speaker. I'm eating right now.
Oh, I can hear you, bro. Yeah, everyone can hear you, bro.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, no, it's the thing about Mike Tyson is, you know, he went from hundreds of millions to zero, but he's built it all up again. He's got a cannabis empire now.
Mm-hmm. You
He's
know who
doing
helped
his
him?
podcast.
You know who helped him? His wife.
Who's that?
His wife.
Oh, okay.
She wrote the one-man show when he did that like fucking comedy thing about his life.
Oh, okay.
That was his wife. Yeah. And then everyone likes Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? Because the first two seasons of Hot Boxing, that was like at the beginning when I came up with all those pain meds. So I was watching that every Thursday because he was coming up a lot of pills. Eben Britton, his co-host for the first two seasons, the big ex-football player, he was coming up all kinds of pills, you know, pain pills. So I was, and I'm like, damn, I got crazier stories than this. So that's what made me passionate. And the smoke box, remember, Be Real, and you have someone in the car smoking weed with him. And that kind of inspired me. And then watching Joe Rogan, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, this is fucking awesome.
Does he still do that? Be Real?
No, he has Dr. Green Thumb now. There's like 5 people on the table now. They don't do the car thing no more. I haven't seen it in a long time anyways. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just the Dr. Green Thumb show. I think he does it like every day, like kind of like, 4 or 5 days a week or something. But they just smoke weed and they have people on and stuff. You know what I mean? They had Chuck D on there. Yeah, he still has people on and stuff. You know what I mean? I think it's more in the rap community now, more so now than anywhere else. But
that was a good podcast.
I respect Be Real. Huh? Hey, you ever watch Willie D and Scarface?
Yeah, I saw that they had their own. I used to watch
dude. It. Yeah. You know why people can relate to Mike Tyson so much? Because he's so humble. He's so humble right now.
Mike has done it all, I think. You know? Mike has really lived a life. You know, he's
I lived the same exact life he lived. I lived the same exact life he lived, except like I didn't use enough discipline and become the heavyweight champ. Because my trainers thought I could be. No pro, they said easily. So yeah, I kind of lived the same life he lived. I grew up in a bad neighborhood and all that shit. I was a single mother. You know, I didn't have my father. You know, kind of the same fucking thing, dude. I was on the streets fucking selling drugs. I wasn't robbing people. I robbed a few drug dealers way back in the days, but after giving them like 50 fucking thousand or something, and then I never go back to them again. You know, and I seen them in prison. I said, yeah, we got a fucking problem? And they were walking, no, I don't got no problem. So, yeah, I nipped that shit in the bud. You know what I mean? You know, when you're drinking and you're a bad boy, you know what I mean? You just, thank God, you know what I mean? I never killed nobody, you know what I mean? But that wasn't my intent to kill anybody. It was just, I knew they were going to give it up. Like, it's not worth dying over a fucking ounce of coke or something, or a quarter pound of coke, or whatever the fuck the case may be, a pound of pot, whatever the fuck it is.
So what are the?
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask, what are the laws in Massachusetts as far as cannabis?
Even when it was illegal, I never cared about it being illegal. I smoked pot walking right down the street to where I sold joints all day with fucking 100 other fucking guys. and girls sitting on the wall. You know what I mean? But only only the guys were selling. Yeah, there was only one girl down there that was selling pot and acid, but she was like a she was a gay, like a gay like girl that looked, tomboy like type thing. And all the girls liked her and shit. Thought she was a good shit. So, I don't know what happened to her. I think something happened to her. I heard. Rest in peace, Kelly Crow. She wasn't a bad kid. You know what I mean? She wasn't a bad person. It's just she had a fucking hard life. Hey, listen. A lot of us have had hard lives. You know what I mean? That's why I can relate to Mike. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson and a lot of people that went through hard shit. You know what I mean? I when he said prison was fucking, he had a good time. Like I had a good time in prison too. I made it fucking easy. You know what I mean? You don't do the time. You don't let the time do you. You do the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mike is, in my opinion, he's my favorite heavyweight of all time. I think he's my favorite heavyweight. I think you can make an argument he's top 5 of all time.
Oh, easily in his prime, in his fucking prime. Hey, dude, even that Douglas fight, that was like a 20-second count. He should have really won that fight.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's why. Yeah, I always tell people that. People always say he got knocked out by Buster Douglas, but he dropped him the round before.
You know what else you say, Paul? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know what else you say? Go watch the 2 Razor Ruddock fights. If people want to test fucking Mike Tyson's will.
Yeah. Well,
what do you hear, Paul? People say to you, "Oh, every time he met adversity, he folded." No, that's fucking bullshit.
Well, something I didn't realize until I got older. The fight with Buster Douglas, that fight was in Japan, right?
Yeah, he was out partying all night with Bobby Brown the night before.
Okay, so you knew that. So that fight took place.
Of course I know that, bro. I know boxing like the back of my hand.
That fight took place at 9:00 in the morning Japan time because they had to air it at night here, and so he stayed up all night. He stayed up all night and had to go box at 9:00 in the morning.
So that's basically like 48 hours in all reality because you're on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, and
so it's more than 24 hours,
Yeah, and I still say, he dropped Buster the round before he got knocked out, and he dropped him. And like you said, it was a long count. It was longer than 10 seconds.
Dude, they didn't start counting until Tyson was in his corner. They made him. He walked all the way over, and then he didn't look to the ring, the guy on the clock, and say, where you start counting at 5 or 6, because that's where he should have started counting, or 7. He should have been starting at 7.
That fight messed up his whole life, I feel, because after that fight, he said he went into a depression, and his manager was like, let's take your mind away from this, because Cuss had died, and he had just lost his title.
Jacobs died.
Yeah, so he was like, his manager was like, let's go to the Miss Black America pageant, meet a nice girl to take your mind off of this.
That was Don King.
Okay, and you remember what happened though?
He had that all set up, brother. He never had to rape no woman because he get any woman he wanted. So why does he have to rape a woman?
Exactly. Mike was turning down.
Why are you gonna go into a fucking guy's fucking hotel room at 2, 3 in the morning? Why are you gonna go into a hotel room at 2, 3 in the morning?
That whole thing was a setup. That was a setup.
Milk with you? Yeah, of course it was. Because Mike was disrespecting Don King all over the place, and Don King couldn't find no one to do anything.
And he spent 4 years in prison, 4 prime years, the best years of his boxing career. So,
Amen.
Yeah, it's just weird how things work out. But even though he went to prison, he came back out and regained the title. So, I've always, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. And only Ali did that. Ali did it 3 times or something. But yeah, Mike did it. You're right.
He's my favorite.
Not many people do that. Not many fighters have done that. You know what I mean? That's what people don't understand.
Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, I'd say he's my favorite because it was Hagler. It was Hagler in the late 70s and early 80s, and then Mike's. I started seeing Mike fighting the amateurs and shit, and you know, just bits and pieces. I said, "Who's this fucking animal?" You know what I mean? And then I started watching him fight. I'm like, "Damn, this guy's a fucking problem."
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think will win in a fight? Prime Mike Tyson or Prime?
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Pulse. Go ahead, Pulse. Go ahead, Pulse.
Prime Mike Tyson or current Tyson Fury?
How about?
Who do you think will win? Prime Mike Tyson or current Tyson Fury?
Well, because of Tyson Fury's reach, and he's almost 7 feet tall, and he moves like a middleweight. If Mike got inside on him, he punches a lot faster than Deontay Wilder or anyone else. You know what I mean? And he hits you with a 4-punch, 6-punch combination, and you're fucking rattled. So, all Wilder did was hit fucking Tyson with a straight left, straight right, and a left hook going down. And Mike would throw 4 or 6 or 8s, all with bad intentions, and slipping his head, moving his head. So it might have been a really tough fight for fucking Tyson Fury, but I think Tyson could have hung with any other greats out there. I don't think anyone can hang with Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's in my top 5 all time because he's that skilled.
Who's the hardest hit?
You know what I mean?
Who's the hardest?
He even said, he goes, "It's not fair." He said, "It's not fair. I'm 7 feet tall, and you know, I move like a middleweight."
Who's, in your opinion, who's the hardest hitting heavyweight of all time?
Who's the greatest of all time?
No, the hardest hitting.
Oh, that's Wilder and fucking Mike Tyson, or fucking George Foreman, or
Are you familiar?
Or Rocky Marciano? Rocky Marciano hit really hard.
Are you familiar with the guy called Ernie Shavers?
Of course, Ernie Shavers was a beast.
Okay.
He's a beast. Yeah, he's one of the hardest punchers in boxing. George Foreman was a hard puncher. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Look at Dempsey. Go back and watch, or Jack Johnson. Go watch those savages hit people. And there's so many others too. You know what I mean? But they didn't. Oh, Joe Louis for a middleweight. No, he was heavyweight. What am I saying? Joe Louis. What about Sugar Ray Robinson? Like middleweight, he won like 200 fights, dude. Knocking people out.
Joe Louis was a heavyweight, but I feel like heavyweights back then were smaller. I think like a prime Roy Jones Jr. would beat Joe Louis.
Oh yeah. Because boxing evolved. It's like MMA has evolved. You know what I mean? People got better and better and better. You know what I mean? So like a prime in '93, like I'd say the first 5 years of the UFC, some of those guys can't hang with the guys of today right now. There's no fucking way.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, how would
calf kicks? Fury, everyone's better at jiu-jitsu. Everyone's well-rounded now. You know what I mean?
That's what I was wondering, because Fury is a top guy right now. But if he had to fight in the '90s against guys like Holyfield Riddick Bowe, Holyfield, yeah, how would he fare? Yeah, Lennox Lewis, how would he fare?
I think he would fare pretty fucking good, dude.
How would he fare if he had fought the Klitschko's in their prime?
Versus who?
The Klitschko's.
Well, he already beat the Klitschko's. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I mean in their prime though. Like, you know, when he fought Klitschko, he was kind of a little bit older. I mean, if he had fought him in his prime.
No, you're right. Well, check this out. Have you ever watched Tyson Fury's climb to the championship?
Yeah.
Like all the fighters he had to fight, they were all fucking tough. Like, I'm not bullshitting. He went down to Australia, drinking champagne all night with his cousin when they beat a fucking guy that was really. He fought a lot of savages, man. Tough guys that wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Tyson Fury is very skilled. And I always said this. I respect Wilder so much, even with the excuses, even though I don't like excuses. But I respect Wilder a lot. That was the worst thing he ever did was call out Tyson Fury.
But my only thing about Fury is he's never really, other than Wilder, some of the guys he's beat, they're not top heavyweights, you know?
Well, they could box, though. They had fundamentals. Wilder couldn't box moving backwards when he fought Tyson Fury. And
That's
you
true,
have to
but
be able to throw punches moving backwards. You have to be able to move around.
You're in front of your computer right now, right?
Yeah.
Can you look up Tyson Fury's boxing record?
Yeah. Yep.
I just want to point out some of the heavyweights that he's fought, because the thing about Wilder, you know, he fought Luis Ortiz, you know, and he fought
Luis Ortiz. Listen, Luis
King
Ortiz, you're right.
Kong.
Hey, Luis Ortiz in his prime was a
He fought
fucking
him
punk
twice.
to anybody.
He fought him twice, and he knocked him out twice.
Oh, listen,
you know,
Wilder won a belt, won a bronze medal in the Olympics with 9 fucking amateur fights or 9 pro fights. Like, no one's ever done that.
Yeah.
No one's ever won a medal with less than 10 fights.
And he got in the game late. He got in the game relatively late.
Yeah. He did it all for his daughter. That's why I respect him so much.
Meanwhile, Tyson Fury's been boxing since he was 12. You know, he came up boxing. So
yeah, but Tyson Fury has the mental. He refuses to lose, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta admit he's fucking slick. Very slick in there. He sets everything up, House. He sets everything up. I'm looking it up, bro. Let me go through these comments real quick because I don't want anyone leaving. I don't want people thinking I'm fucking what's it called?
Oh,
yeah. I promised at the bottom, man. I gotta keep my promises. Picks went on. Yeah, that's gonna happen, Palman, with all of us, brother. So don't feel bad. He's laughing. Post, your sound is good. AJ, what's up? My Northeast Beast too. AJ too. Palman. Granite Posts, got the dual podcast. I could put 10 guys in here. I could put 10 people in here, man. Sup, AJ? See, I like to see this. I like to see the camaraderie. Yeah, that was the first fight last night I missed in a long time. I thought I had some things to do with my wife and stuff. So, I missed the whole card. But that's the first fight card I missed in 3.5 years. Even when I was in Virginia Beach on vacation, I came into the chat room for like 5-10 minutes and said, I can't get Wi-Fi in here that good. It wasn't that good. So I kept going in and out. I just said, I'm on vacation. I'll see you guys next week. It was a fight night anyways. I don't like missing pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Even though, like you said, Paulus, you're absolutely right. It wasn't the greatest one in the world.
No, it really wasn't.
All right, so we're going to go over the fights, brother. I'm going to look that up real quick for you, though, because I am a man of my word. Hold on, bro. Let me see where I can I wonder where I can find his fucking record. Oh, I know where to find it. Oh, I just Google it, right? See, I don't Google much shit, dude. I really don't. It's not nothing personal against Google. It's just I'm so used to reading and shit, and I know a lot of things in my mind. I really don't have to look up much, but yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it, bro. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, Tyson Fury's pro boxing record. You got some of the guys he fought, dude, from England, and
it's just
I got it. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Keep talking. Go ahead. Keep talking.
No, it's just other than Wilder and what's the guy's name? The sideways talker. The guy from what's the guy's name? Dillian White.
Usyk?
No, Dillian White.
Oh, Dillian White. In his prime? Dillian White in his prime? When he didn't have a big stomach?
Yeah, but other than those two, the rest of the guys that he's fought, they're not like what I would call top tier heavyweights, you know?
No, I understand what you mean, but if you go watch some of the fights, you'll see how good they were, though. Like
No, they were good fights. He did his thing. Don't get me wrong. It's just when I look at his record in comparison.
No, I definitely get what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from with that.
Other than Wilder, Dillian White, and Klitschko.
Hey, Derek Chisora, Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, Tom Schwartz. I mean, everything he said he was going to do, he did.
Okay, Chisora's on the list.
How can he be? All right, so he was 33-0-1. 33 wins, no losses, 1 draw with Wilder, the first fight.
Okay, but you see, like Tom Schwartz.
Now I'm going to look up who he fought. That's what you want to know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than Chisora, Dillian White, and Wilder, and I guess Klitschko.
24 KO, Pauls. 24 KO wins out of 34 fights. Total title fights, 6. Title defenses, 3. Title fight KO wins, 4.
I guess my only critique is,
No, I know what you're saying. No, I do get what you're saying. I understand why you say that, bro. I do. All right, you want to get? I got all the people he fought. I got all the people he fought right there, bro.
Okay, it's just this is my only problem with boxing.
Go ahead. Finish your thought. Bro. Finish your thought. Keep talking.
It's my only problem with boxing. Is just when you got guys who won't fight each other. Like the fact that he's not fought Anthony Joshua, the fact that Joshua hasn't fought Wilder. It's like these guys are in their primes. Y'all are the top of the division. There's no reason for them not to fight each other,
I agree. Just like in the lighter weight divisions, they should all be fighting each other and everyone make a lot of money. And we'll find out who the fucking best is. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm glad we're finally getting.
We got all these greedy hands. There's so many hands in those pots in each fighter's pots. There's so many commissions. There's so many belts. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. So the box is like, hold on, I'm getting 10 million and you guys are making 60. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
no, but that's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad we're finally.
That's not even the fight. These fights ain't even complaining about the fighters. They're complaining about the fucking promotions.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's why I'm glad we're finally getting Crawford versus Spence. Because
that should have happened 2 years ago. But you know what? I think we got it in time. They're still both in their primes.
Yeah.
We should have got that a long time ago. No, you're right. All right. I'm gonna give you his fights. All right. 2008. See some of these guys. Bella Gaia Goisi, right? Marcel Zella. Daniel
Pineda.
Lee Swaby, Matthew Ellis, Scott Belshaw, Alandris Zeltsons, John McDermott. John McDermott's a really tough guy, bro. Tom Marazak, Hanzo Blasco, John McDermott again, Rich Power, Zach Page, Marcelo Luis Nascimento again, Derek Chisora, Nikolai Furtha, Nevin Pachick, Martin Rogan, Vinny Mandalone, Kevin Johnson, Stephen Cunningham, Joey Abel, Derek Chisora, Christian Hammer, Vladimir Klitschko, Sefa Safari, Panetta again, Deontay Wilder, Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallen, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, Derek Chisora. Dillian White and Derek Chisora, the reason he gave him those fights was to help out his fellow Englishmen with a payday. But in their primes, they were good fights. But I don't see no elite names in there either from America.
Just Wilder.
But once he came here, Wilder. Well, when you fight a guy that's 39-0 with 39 knockouts, I mean,
but see that's why people, when they talk about fighters' records, when they bring up Mike Tyson fought the best guys of his generation. The only person Mike Tyson ever fought was Riddick Bowe.
Yeah,
Bowe.
He used to spar with Riddick Bowe. I'm pretty sure when he fought in the Olympics, he lost to Razor Ruddock in the Olympics. Tyson, he used to. used to see Evander Holyfield. Like they were worried. They were worried about Holyfield and all those guys because they knew he was partying and shit. You know what I mean? So they
but he ended up.
No,
he did end up. No, he did end up fighting Razor Ruddock and Holyfield as a pro, though. You know.
No, he fought Razor Ruddock twice. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He fought Razor Ruddock and Holyfield. He lost to Holyfield, but
no,
I'm
you
just
said
saying.
Bo. I'm like, no, he didn't fight Bo.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's the only fighter of his generation that he didn't fight.
Yeah, you know what it is? They're both from New York and Brooklyn, so I don't know if there was something there. You know what I mean? And not only that, some people are gonna go watch Riddick Bowe and fucking Holyfield 3 times. Those are wars, and Riddick Bowe was really fucking good.
You remember that fight when that guy was on a hang glider?
Man, yeah, he got his ass kicked. They beat the fuck out of that guy.
Yeah, man, boxing is great.
Dude, imagine if he landed the wrong way and killed about fucking 20 people in the first row.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's why they beat the shit out of him. What are you a fucking moron, dude? Like, what do you want? Death wish? You want to kill people?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy? I never found out what happened to the guy. Like, is he out fucking? Did he ever do time because of that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just remember that Riddick Bowe's wife was in the crowd and she was pregnant, and he landed somewhere near her, and I heard
he landed right on the ring. He landed right on the ring, right on the ropes,
Yeah. In the middle of the
fight. I would have been pissed off too, dude. Even as a fighter, I would have been 12 punches. That's
what I heard. I heard the security stomped him out.
Yeah, maybe they beat him up so bad they didn't have to fucking like the guy that tried to attack Dave Chappelle. He caught a beating. They broke his arm, everything. So maybe they didn't press charges. You know, hey, he already got a beating. You know what I mean? He's all right. We ain't gonna press charges. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's true.
But as far as Mike Tyson goes, like the only fighters other than Riddick Bowe, he fought everybody of his era. He fought, you know.
He fought the best. He fought the best of the best.
He never fought David Tua. I always wanted to see what that would have looked like. But I think Tyson would have beat Tua. Because they're similar,
and
you know.
Tommy Morrison in his prime.
He never fought Tommy Morrison, but I'm pretty sure
Tyson Tommy Morrison was. A lot of people, boxing experts, think Tommy Morrison had the hottest left hook out of anybody, one of the hottest punches out of anybody. Myself, I don't think so. But
I'll tell you what, man.
A lot of guys.
When he got knocked out by Mercer, you remember that? That's one of the worst knockouts you'll ever see.
Yeah, he got caught in the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I know. I'm like, damn. You know what it was? He'd work out for 2 hours, and then he'd go into fucking the casinos and drink, and women was his kryptonite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ended up.
Women and drugs.
That's how
Mike. One thing about Mike, he was sniffing cocaine, all kinds of shit, drinking, all kinds of shit, and still finishing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He pulled out fake fucking genitals. He did piss tests and shit. A fucking savage. A fucking savage, dude.
Yeah,
dude, can you do me a favor? Hold down the fort for 1 second. Grab a water. I'll be right back. Just grabbing a water.
Okay. Absolutely.
I gotta put an AC in here anyways. I want to sweat anyways right now, so it don't matter. I'm a little sweaty. I don't give a fuck. But not that I don't care about people. It's just I'm talking about myself. I'm trying to fucking sweat right now. So I just need a little thing. I gotta put the AC in. I gotta put it in fucking tomorrow after I get out of the gym or fucking or the park wherever I train tomorrow. Oh, what's tomorrow? Monday. So I run and go down the park and work out. So it's all roll work and fucking calisthenics tomorrow.
Did you see that Amanda Nunes retired?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. I thought she was going to retire anyway. I predicted that in my mind. I didn't want to say anything, but I'm like, she has plenty of money. She's a legend forever. I thought she was going to get knocked the fuck out and retire.
See, I think she's fumbling the bag, man. I think she should keep it going because
I agree. I agree, bro. I agree.
She's not taking much damage, and she made like $500,000 last night. So if I'm her,
no, she made a lot more money than that, bro. She has a lot of money put away, bro.
I mean, I just mean in the fight purse. I think they reported 560.
That's what someone was saying earlier about fixing fights, like Charles Oliveira and one of my dudes that I talked to here and there, a good dude. He's a good dude. He's a knowledgeable dude. But you know how biased Brazilians are. You know what I mean? He's from Brazil. Or Portugal. You know how they fucking love their fucking Brazilian fights, and I don't blame them because I love their Brazilian fights. You know what I mean? So I understand. But he was saying the Charles Oliveira fucking Islam fight was fixed. Like that Charles Oliveira took a dive. I'm like, no, dude. No. He was going through a fucking divorce. He's going through a divorce.
Yeah.
You see him embedded talking to his kid on the phone. He's like, I went through a divorce, but I'm really close to the mother, so she lets me talk to my daughter whenever I want. On FaceTime. You know what I mean? So I see him do it, and they were saying how his parents weren't eating. He wasn't saying that they fast with him every fight. He was saying that he was crying. I felt fucking horrible. I'm like, damn, this guy's going through a lot of shit. That's why I thought he's going to lose. You know what I mean? You can't be emotionally invested. A fight, in Dariush, you got to leave your wife and kids home. Like, you got to fucking, have the mindset of a killer. Yeah, and then after the fight, be nice. Like you are, because he's a class act. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised to see Dariush. I was gonna say I was surprised to see Dariush was the favorite, man, because I felt like after Oliveira lost to Makhachev, he was gonna make a statement, and he did that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you remember me, Paul's always saying Oliveira's gonna win during his championship run, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he ain't gonna win. He's a quitter." All this shit. I said, no. Something went off in his head, and he switched it off, and like he was just, you seen him dialed in every fight. You know what I mean? Like I knew he was gonna beat everybody. And even Gaethje said, when he hit me, my tongue hurt. He said, no one's ever hit me that hard.
So you think he's next up?
I don't know. I know Oliveira is elite. There's levels to this shit, and Dariush, I thought could beat him and could beat Islam.
You think he's next up for Islam, or do you think Conor McGregor and Chandler whoever wins that might get the shot? Who you think?
Well.
And then Gaethje's fighting Poirier.
Conor got Dana White privilege, so if Conor beats fucking low IQ fighting Chandler, if Chandler used his wrestling, his IQ, and smart, take fucking Conor to the ground and ground and pound the shit out of him. But yeah, if Conor wins, if that even happens, I think they would fast track McGregor. But I don't think McGregor's fighting at 155. I think he's fighting at 170.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he can make 155. Maybe he could make 155, but it'll be really hard for him. You know what I mean?
So if he beats Chandler, what do you think? They give him a title shot at welterweight?
I think they'd give Conor anything if he wanted it because he sells fucking pay-per-views and tickets.
Yeah, he moves the needle for sure.
Selling tickets, I mean pay-per-views. I mean they get that money 3 months later, 90 days later on the back end, and they make a lot of fucking money with him. You know what I mean? And others too. We all know who they are. You know what I mean?
That'd be a good fight. Him versus Leon Edwards. What do you think?
Leon Edwards was smoking with a head kick in the head.
I think so.
I don't see Conor beating anybody. I really don't see him beating fucking Chandler.
I'm picking Chandler. I'm picking Chandler to win.
Picking Chandler too. Yeah, definitely. I think John Jones is the only guy if you give him, it's not even, you got to give him the right money too, but you got to give him a challenge. And he'll train hard for that motherfucker, and he will win. It's just the way he is. If he fights that Russian in Boston here, right, I'm going to be there all week. Every day I'm going to be in there. Every day I'm going to be in TD Bank North Garden trying to find the fighters and shit. And
that's a danger. Don't get me wrong. John Jones will be the favorite, but that's a dangerous fight. This guy, the Russian, he's got.
No, it isn't, because all that guy got his hands. And what's he gonna do when he starts getting kicked in the stomach from fucking John Jones and axe kicks in his fucking head? What's he gonna do?
Yeah, but they say he's got power similar to Ngannou's though.
So did fucking what's his name? So did Gane. He slipped the fucking punch and took him down. That's
true. Well, what about that guy? What about that guy? What about that guy, Jelton Almeida, coming up at heavyweight? That could be a hard fight.
They're all bad motherfuckers, but John Jones is a little badder. Bottom line, he's proven over and over and over. He beat guys partying every weekend. Now he's not partying. I mean, I seen him in an Indian wedding the other fucker last week. He's dancing with Indian. Like, he looks happy. I never seen him dialed in like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I just think he's I think he's just too good. And you know what? This next fight, when he fights at heavyweight, he's gonna fucking do what I always ask him to in DMs. I'm like, go down to 230. Don't come in at 250, 265. Come in at 230. You'll be so fast on your feet.
It's just too bad we're never gonna see him versus Francis, you know?
Well, no, that might happen, bro. That might happen.
How?
I think those checks are gonna bounce from PFL.
Oh.
And I think and I think all the fans want to see that fight. Everyone wants to see that fight. I think more so than Stipe. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like that Russian, I know he's a bad dude and everything, but he used to get knocked the fuck out fucking prior to these last 5-6 fight win streak.
So who is Jones fighting next? Is it official? Is he fighting Stipe or is he fighting?
He's supposed to fight Stipe. But I heard that rumblings that it might be what's his name, Papovich at Boston.
What if he fights Stipe and Stipe wins?
What's that, bro?
I was saying, what if Jones fights Stipe and Stipe wins? Is Stipe the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Well, Stipe lost to DC and Stipe lost to Francis, but he beat them both too, right? So
yeah,
he's already to go to the heavyweight division right now because he didn't he defend his title more than anyone else in heavyweight?
Oh, okay, what about this?
Yeah, he's already to go. So that's why this fight's so intriguing, because it's to go from the light heavyweight division in the heavyweight division. You know.
What about
Palman? Hold on, Palman, real quick. Let me read these. No, go ahead, Paul. If you got something you might spit it out. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, what about prime Stipe versus prime Cain Velasquez? Who wins?
I think Cain Velasquez beats almost anybody.
I agree.
I think Cain Velasquez would be a problem for even John Jones in his prime.
With his wrestling and
I don't know why that fight never happened.
Yeah, no, with his wrestling and his
Cain Velasquez. Well, yeah, that's the thing with John Jones. He's so fucking he throws kicks and elbows and like he's just so good at distance. And we know he's got a chin. We've seen people clip him many times, and he just laughs. He don't even laugh like because he got clipped. He's like, all right. That's about 5 more body kicks for that one. You know what I mean? Like, He always has an answer.
Yeah.
He studies all his opponents so well. You know what I mean? Let me laugh out loud. Grant, I was asking myself where you were last night. AJ, I haven't missed a fight in like 3 years, bro. Honestly, AJ, I bet half of the people on the stream We're thinking, I don't think people miss me that much, bro. Like, I don't think so. Yup, MC is going up. What's MC? Mike? Yep, Mike is going up. He's having his next fight at 170. Oh, McGregor. Conor McGregor, right? McTappen? Indeed. Nowadays, there's absolutely no reason to doubt Jones in the UFC. Yeah, there's a lot of haters. You know, a lot of people hate on him. And I even asked that, like, when he beat, I did a short for him, and I'm like, where's all the haters now? Where are all you motherfuckers? Right? Come on. Give me the reason. Give me your excuses. Come on, I want to hear it. And people
what about
it was fixed, it was rigged, this, that.
What about his fight against Dominic Reyes? I think that was the closest we saw to somebody beating him.
Yeah, but Reyes couldn't hang in the 4th and 5th rounds. That's the thing. Those are the championship rounds. And
what about the first fight with Gustafsson? Some people say Gustafsson.
That was a close one too.
Yeah,
bro. It's like, but if you remember, Jones would start piecing him up in the 5th round. Remember? He said with the fucking flying knee, grabbed the fucking knee and him in the fucking stomach. He was all done. He's lucky he lasted. And then we all see what happened the second fight, right? We all see what happened. Hey, what did DC say? You're not going to hit me with that left head kick. Oh, yeah? Okay. Hit him with the left head kick, right?
Oh, I got some breaking news, bro. I got some breaking news, man.
All right, breaking news. Let people hear it.
Floyd Mayweather is going to box John Gotti III.
Who's he fighting?
John Gotti III.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Floyd is just after retirement. He's fighting a bunch of YouTubers, and now he's fighting John Gotti III now.
Well, you know what? Mayweather is one smart fucking promoter and marketer. You know what I mean? He's so good. He's been training his whole life. He never stopped training. He never stops training. You know what I mean? He's always running to clubs, running home from clubs, whatever the case may be. He trains every fucking day, no matter what. Hopkins won the belt at 51. Bernard Hopkins. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins.
He was so disciplined, you know, and so defensively sound, you know. Bro, all right, so what do you say? Reyes collapsed at that fight, just like Gus. See, Palman's right. See, Francis is another story, but yeah, the rest of the pack has absolutely no chance. Even Stipe hates to bring it to you. Yeah, I believe nowadays there's absolutely no. Like I agree with Palman. Like, listen, I've said, and I know Pulse knows this. I've said it. John Jones beats every heavyweight easily, and I used to say that all the time. I would type it in the animal room all the fucking time. Everyone would say, "Oh no." And Jay and a few other people would agree with me. I think you did too, and a few other people, you know. But there's a lot of John Jones haters out there. A lot of John Jones haters. He's holding it down for America. So McGregor is a MCD at McTapper. Yep, he is. Reyes collapsed after that fight, just like Gus. Absolutely. Break it. The nephew of. Yep. Bro. Floyd, like, what the fuck? Gotti, right? Gotti the third?
Yeah.
Pulse?
Yeah,
Gotti
John Gotti's grandson.
Yeah, so that's what it is, Palman. I'm the third, actually. I'm the third. I never named my son the fourth, though, but I'm definitely the third. My real father's like junior, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I never liked being the third. I never liked, I don't know. That's a long story, that fucking situation. But I do talk to my father like once a week or whatever lately.
You know who also came close to beating John Jones? Vitor Belfort. He almost ripped his arm out the socket. You remember that?
Yeah, I do, but John Jones did not fucking tap, and he dropped him on his head, and then he fucking submitted him the next round.
Yeah.
With one arm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on, dude. John Jones is always like, he always finds a way to win because he has that will. He has that will to win. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I find it very odd. Even Khabib's father said no one beats John Jones at heavyweight or light heavyweight. Nobody. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know. If you could bleed, you could be beaten. You know what I mean? But you're gonna have to walk through fire to beat that motherfucker.
You know, I thought Cormier was doing a good job in the rematch. I thought I actually had him up 3-0 before he got kicked in the head.
Who?
Daniel Cormier.
Who?
DC.
Who, Pulse?
I'm saying DC.
Oh, DC. Listen, yeah, DC is DC. DC's you know, hey, listen, the guy won the light heavyweight title when John Jones was there. The only reason DC didn't stay, you know, whatever champ or whatever was because John Jones is alive. Like, who else is gonna beat DC? I mean, other than Stipe, and then he came back and beat Stipe. He beat Stipe in the first time they fought, right? He beat Stipe, right? The first time they fought. Pulse is waiting for somebody to call.
Well, if John Jones was still at 205, you think he'd still be the best?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
because you know you got these new guys. You got this guy Jerry.
Yeah. But do you know that he was sparring with the Samurai? Do you know he was sparring with the Samurai at Triple C's gym and making him look silly? Yuri Poashka, John Jones.
Oh, really?
Making Yuri look sick. Yeah,
okay,
Triple C's gym. Yep.
What about this new guy, Jamal Hill?
Jamal Hill wouldn't be able to deal with his fucking kicks. It's not just the punching, it's the kicks. It's his range. He's always turning his head with the punches. He never lets even when he gets clipped hard, it looks like he's getting clipped clean. He's rolling his chin, and he's rolling it in. You know what I mean? Sometimes he gets clipped with uppercuts from DC, but the only way you're going to beat John Jones is hit him with a really solid uppercut that he don't see coming, or a left hook or a head kick that he don't see coming, because he definitely ain't getting taken down and manhandled. We know that. There's no one that's going to manhandle him. He beat Glover Teixeira. This is the thing about John Jones. He beats you at your own game. He beats you what you're best at. He wants to go test himself. And what did he say on Joe Rogan? I partied every week so I could look myself in the mirror. If I ever lost, I know if I didn't party, I'd beat that motherfucker. So he always had a built-in excuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's kind of, I don't know, Pulse. Most of my fights happened when I was drinking and fucking sipping Coke and at bars and buckets of blood. You know what I mean? So, or down the park or on in the streets, you know, like fucking drinking and fucking sniffing lines and trip, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was fighting like a lot of people, you know, grown men, a lot of guys bigger than me. I love fighting bigger guys. It was so easy, slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His grandson, I thought a nephew. Yeah. Palman, bro. Gary. Oh, Gary's in there too? Where's Gary? I don't see Gary. Gary ain't in there. Oh, there he is. Palman. Okay. Gary, UK. Absolutely, Gary. All right. You want to go through this card real quick, Post? We'll go through it quick.
Actually, I had to go, but I had one question.
Go, it's fine. I'm going to go through it anyway.
Okay, do your thing. Well, no, I just had one question before I go about Tyson Fury.
Yeah, take your time, brother.
You know, he said he got off cocaine and stopped drinking and all that. But some people are saying he fell off the wagon. They think he's back on the saw.
Are they with him? Are they with him? Are they with him? Like, is it people that would be with him and know he's doing it?
I think they're just looking at his actions, you know, recently and saying saying that
I don't know personally. I don't know, and I don't want to say anything like that because people that talk like that, unless they were with them and seen them doing it, then that's a different story. You know what I mean? I couldn't even say that about Connor. You know what I mean? With the Ariel fucking interview, he looked erratic and all fucking discombobulated. You know what I mean? And I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I don't know, bud. I really don't know. It's a hard question to answer, but I mean, look at what he did. I don't know. I don't know if he's doing coke. I have no idea. I really don't know. I know he was doing it when Wilder called him out and he wanted to fuck had suicidal tendencies and mental issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think if he goes to the gym and stays grounded every day, I think he's just high on life or something. And he does have a couple beers, he says, you know what I mean? So maybe he could slip in and doing a few lines or whatever. I know every time that's the only time I ever did coke was when I drank. You know what I mean? After 3-4 beers, I do a line, you know, so I wouldn't get sloppy. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. Who knows? Maybe. Anything's possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, bro. What do you think?
Man, I hope not. I hope he got his life together, man. I hope, you know.
Oh, his life's together for sure. His life's together for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he made about $300 million in those fucking all these fights he's had. You know what I mean? At least.
Before he hangs it up. No, I was gonna say before he hangs it up, I just want to see him fight the top guys. I want to see him fight AJ. I want to see him fight Usyk, and I want to see him fight Andy Ruiz before he leaves. You know.
Oh, I just want to see him fight Usyk, and I'd be happy. Unify the belts and fucking and retire. He would hurt AJ, dude. He would give AJ a boxing lesson. It wouldn't even be close. And it's nothing against AJ. You know what I mean? It's nothing against him at all.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got, bro. I appreciate you letting me on.
No, it's cool. Dude, you know, you're always welcome, Post. Just let me know, brother. That's all you got to do is just let me know, buddy.
Okay, cool. I'll talk to you next time.
Enjoy your Sunday, brother. Do your thing.
You too, man.
Brother, and I'll talk to you during the week, my man.
All right, later.
Thanks for joining. I'm gonna let you go. So don't mess up my stream. All right, brother. I'll talk to you later, my man. That's Pulse from H-Town, Houston, Fifth Ward Posse, fucking Texas, where the original Ghetto Boys are from. Salute Ghetto Boys, Willie D, rest in peace. Salute, respect, Willie D. Scarface, my man. Willie D, my man. And Willie D was a Golden Glove champ, boxer. And rest in peace, Bushwick motherfucking Bill. Peace up there, brother. Nizzo, yep. That's my new rap name is 3-time felon 617. Anger of a Bastard Child is my album that's coming out by the end of the year. I'm producing it myself. It'll be produced under Bobby Nizzo, aka Quadruple Stab Wounds. But my name is going to be 3-time felon 617 from way back in the days. You know what I mean? Just so people know, you know, hey, listen, he can live. This Duke has spit it because he lived it. You know what I mean? And I spit it already on 2 albums. There's always going to be haters. Not you, dude. I mean other people, Gary. Nizzo is because my nickname was Neilzo in 5th and 6th grade and shit. So that's my last name, Neil. So they ended Zo at the end. You know what I mean? And the older guys used to call me Nizzo instead of Neilzo, right? So my producer's like, you know, Jay-Z and shit. I go, I don't even listen to Jay-Z. I don't even listen to Eminem. None of those guys. I listen to old school people. And, you know, Wu-Tang and really hardcore rappers. You know what I mean? Horrorcore. There's going to be a horrorcore album. But I'm doing some big things with this, too. This is just the beginning stages of what I got coming. I got another channel already created for, I'm going to do full album breakdowns instead of song reactions to songs. I'm going to do whole albums, give people some knowledge about fucking music out there. All right, I'm gonna go across more names than the yellow pages. Blah blah blah. Yeah, well, RZA always said RZA got like 10 nicknames. Old Dirty Bastard. I guess in certain religions you're supposed to have 10 nicknames and all that shit. And look at MF Doom. He was in 3 different generations of rap with 3 different fucking styles. And the third time, he had 3 different personas. You know what I mean? King Ghidra, all these MF Doom. I forget the other guy that he had 3 different personas on all those albums. That was him rapping different ways and shit. That guy's wordplay is off the charts, man. And I love his MF Doom. I love the way he would produce his album, and Madlib too. The way they would produce albums with all the samples and the real instruments, the way they would make those beats and the samples and the little skits in there for the album Black Bastards and shit. It was pretty fucking dope. With third bass, Gas Face, like he was the fuck was his first name? It's at the tip of my tongue. I know it. I just can't remember. But he was in 3 generations: the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Like that guy is so fucking good, man. I love Mad Villain. I love Food. I love MF Doom. What's the other album I liked a lot? Jesus Christ. It was right before Food. That bothers the fuck out of me. Hold on, I'll find it right now. I know I have the fucking, what's it called? I know the name. Oh, Operation Doomsday. That was pretty fucking dope. I love everything he ever did. I would put him up against anybody. MF Doom. Okay, so last night's fights, right? UFC, and I'm gonna go over the 2 boxing fights too, just the main events. That's it. From Friday and Saturday. And give ONE FC a shout out there, people. Everybody, if you're a fight fan, if you're a hardcore fight fan, go watch fucking ONE FC on Friday mornings. Because if you're a fight fan and you don't like Muay Thai, there's something wrong with you. 8 limbs, people. Once you watch it, you'll never go back. You'll always come back to watch it. Okay, so we'll start from the bottom of the prelims, the prelims. There was 2 fights on it. Then there was 11 fights altogether. We lost a lot of good fights. That was probably the weakest pay-per-view lineup I've ever seen. Like usually, even the fucking what's it called? The stacked prelims, the early prelims, they're stacked with new talent and shit. And not saying the prelims weren't, good fights. I don't mean it like that. I think we had about 8 fights canceled, and they were all really good fights too. 11 fights for a pay-per-view. It's not what we're used to. It's like 15 or 16, you know what I mean? Or 14 at least. So I don't fucking know, man. Like, I gotta smoke another joint. I don't care who sees it no more. I'm legal. I don't give a I really don't care. Like, I'm not trying to, what's it called? Put peer pressure out there. Fuck no. This ain't no gateway drug either. It's a plant. It grows in the fucking ground. It's good for us. Our bodies produce cannabinoids and shit. This is the best thing in the world for inflammation, in my opinion. It helps me with my pain. Aldana was trash. More names than the yellow pages. Yep. Aldana was trash. But my real name is Robert George Neal III. All Canadians won. Yeah, I knew Mallet was going to win. And all right, so I had, I seen who won and I seen who lost. Diana Belbita defeats Maria Oliveira via round 3 decision. I took Oliveira when I had Diana. I gave her another chance, and listen, you don't need makeup for a fight, ladies. Like, honestly, you're going in there, fight. If makeup gets in your eyes and shit, how the fuck you going to see right? Fighting is not a fashion show. It's an ugly display of violence. And it's fucking ridiculous. People just going in there to get a paycheck and to up their IG fucking followers or whatever. They want fame. Listen, you don't want fame. Trust me. Trust me. You don't want fame. You want to be a legacy fighter. You want to stay to yourself. Like Hopkins never fucking went out partying. He stayed home. He stayed home, disciplined, because he did time before. He didn't want to go do prison time again. You know, like, you're fighting. You got to stay home. And listen, when you're 30 years old or 35 years old, you're retired, then you go enjoy your fucking self. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with going to enjoy yourself the night of after a fight and that weekend, but get back at the gym Monday. Like, this is a fucking professional job. I know we got a lot of lazy American fighters right now. Except for like Justin Gaethje, fucking John Jones, Hill, what's his name? Glover Teixeira, Yuri Prochazka, Islam trains hard. Khabib used to train hard. Ferguson trained really fucking hard. I'm sure there's guys I'm missing. You know what I mean? We got some great talent. But Oliveira, like, honestly, you got some good hands. You better use them and stop getting pretty for the fucking fight. You don't need to be pretty for the fight. All right, next fight. Stephen Urkeg from Australia. I watched him fight in the Australian promotion down there. Great fighter. I took him last night versus David Dvorak. And I had him in a submission in the round 2, but I still got the win. Dvorak is not a bad fighter either. This kid, what's his fucking nickname? Astro Boy, right? Yeah, Astro Boy. Beat the Undertaker. First of all, you guys got to come up with your own original fucking names, AKAs. Using other people's fucking shit, WWE wrestlers, you deserve the WWF wrestlers, you deserve the fucking lose. Sorry. Actually, I'm not fucking sorry, actually. I'm not sorry. I'm not Ariel Helwani or any of these people that do their jobs very well. I'm not dissing them or nothing because they do their job. They do a good job. He always gives Dana White a hard time. I like it. You know what I mean? But I don't have nothing personal against Dana White. He's a good businessman. I just know when he talks like a gangster, talks like a tough guy, I know he ain't that. He's phony. He's faking. And you'll always be exposed that way if you're a phony. So that's why I don't respect him for that reason. And I want to see him in fucking Boston talk tough because I don't think that's ever going to fucking happen. We'll see. We'll see if that ever happens. He don't talk tough in Boston because he knows. People know. So Kyle Nelson defeats Blake Bilder. It's funny. I had Blake Bilder in this. Kyle Nelson. I thought I took Kyle Nelson, but I switched it up in the last moment, which I really don't like doing. I say I'll never fucking do it again. I always fucking, I end up doing it again. But via round 3 decision. So there was a lot of decisions here, right? So this guy right here, good job, both of you guys. I mean, went to a decision. You guys obviously fought a hard fight, both of you. This guy right here, the Mongolian murderer. Listen, you call yourself the Mongolian murderer, you get fucking KO'd in the first round. How the fuck you call yourself the Mongolian murderer? Most Mongolians are tough fucking motherfuckers, man. That's why I took you, dude. And this guy looks like Ariel Helwani with a fucking afro and a beard. Zahabi. Yeah, Zahabi's a fucking tough kid, man. I like the Mongolians. You know what I mean? They have that warrior spirit, and I mean, getting knocked out in the first round is not a good look, dude. When you call yourself a Mongolian murderer, I don't know. If you're not a fucking killer, you shouldn't be calling yourself a fucking killer. So Zahabi, good job, dude. The Mongolian fucking killer, murderer, whatever the fuck you call yourself. Maybe you're a little humble now, and maybe you're gonna work a little fucking harder. I don't know. Train a little harder. Learn about managing distance. I don't know, man. Jasmine, I'm not gonna say your last name wrong again, dear. Jasmine defeats Miranda Maverick via third round decision. That was a perfect pick. I don't know if you guys can see it. I think my thing's too fucking bright. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see it now. I don't know why fucking. Oh, you see the green? Green? No. Maybe you guys can't. I don't fucking know. I'll always get to your fucking comments, people. I won't let your comments go. And that's what my guy said from Brazil or Portugal the other night. I go, dude, I acknowledge you. I said, what's up, dude? What's happening? Yeah, see, so a perfect pick right there. So Jasmine won. Miranda, third round decision. Maverick, she's a good fighter. You know, no doubt about it. She's a good fighter, a great woman's fighter, but she's not championship material. Definitely not championship material, but a good fighter, very good fighter to put in there versus anybody younger fighters, or if you need to fill a slot. I mean, she's not scared. She'll definitely in there and give it a fight. 3 rounds, you know, won 3 rounds. So good job, Jasmine. Maverick, just go back to the gym and train harder. That's all. Start rounding off your game a little bit. Chris Curtis. I don't know what happened here. Chris Curtis and Imavov ends in a no contest. Anyone explain that to me in the chat? Gary, AJ, any of you guys? Let me know, because I didn't really I just went through the fucking card on YouTube earlier, and in my Tapology, I didn't really, I can't get that deep in there right now. Let me see. Bro, Floyd, like what the fuck, AJ? It's grandson. I thought nephew. I don't know, man. That was Pulse's news, so only he knows. Yeah, okay. Palman, bro, Gary, AJ. Yeah, knows his all. Thank you, Gary. More names in the old page. Aldana was trash. Yeah, I heard that. You know what? You have to use your fucking your hands with Amanda. You have to go in there and pressure and put that pace on. Slip and rip. Boom, boom, boom. Slip, rip, put, boom, boom, boom. Move to the left, move to the right, you know, in and out, and keep peppering with the jab, keep the distance away. You know what I mean? I mean, fight or flight mode, I guess. If you're that fucking intimidated or whatever, that's what I heard. I heard it seemed like she was intimidated. But she did go the distance, right? It did go the fucking distance, right? The 5-round decision. Yeah, so it was a fucking, she went the distance. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Gary. All Canadians want plants are nature's gold. Absolutely, they are, brother. 50% fights wrong this week. 5-11. I was 4 of 11, bro. Don't feel bad. I told Palman or somebody up there, I said, let me see, who did I say it to? Because I don't want to say just anybody, because people are in there. I want fucking them to know, like, I respect them, you know what I mean? Yeah, Palman, we all, even Gary knows this. We know what we're talking about, picking fights, you know what I mean? It's just, sometimes you get, you know, sometimes, you know, MMA, I say it all the time, we never know what the fuck's going to happen. And Dana White's hero is fucking Vince McMahon. So, you know, my friend from Portugal and Brazil, MMA Wars Unlimited on IG, go check him out on YouTube. He's a good man. He's knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Good dude. You know what I mean? I like him. He's a good dude. Nevo. I think his nickname is Nevo, or his AKA is Nevo. Good dude. He thinks it was fixed. He thinks a lot of fights were fixed, and I can't disagree with him. You know what I mean? Like I've always had my suspicions. You know what I mean? But at the same time, how did Amanda Nunes, like he said, because you know how much money that Islam fight would make? I thought Dariush would have made more money with Islam, because I don't think it's the case. Maybe with certain fights in the UFC, maybe certain fights are fixed. I don't fucking know. I don't think you can do it. John McCarthy said it. I listen to John McCarthy because he's roughed some of the most epic fucking fights, you know, and in 2 generations in the UFC. And he said Dana always tried to see if he could, you know, determine winners and all this shit. And because it's a real fight, he couldn't, you know what I mean? So he stopped worrying about that shit. So I don't know. And until someone has paperwork or proof, and not even paperwork, that they find him guilty of doing that, and people come, you know, everyone's going to fold. I thought when they caught that trainer with a Discord and, you know, betting against his own fighters and shit, and telling people about injuries with other, you know, I thought everyone was going to start folding them, but the feds are still investigating, and it takes a long time in investigation. So those people will fold. Trust me. If it's to protect Dana White, they're definitely going to fucking fold. I don't care how much money they offer him, because they're going to have to do time. Chris Curtis. All right, hold on. Please repeat the question, Grant. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. The no contest, Chris Curtis and Imavov. I had Chris Curtis in that one. Round 2, KO, TKO. What happened in that fight that made it a no contest? I haven't done like a lot. I just did a quick look this morning. 50% of fights wrong is 5'11". 5'11 is better than I did. I got 4 of 11. I did way worse. Yeah, you know what? Next week, you can win 9 or 10. You know what I mean? And I might get like almost 60% without my MMA picks. But I'm really good with co-main and main events. Like I'm really good. I'm probably like 75, 80% with that co-main and main events. In boxing, I'm probably like 90 or 100%. Like I've been 100. Kiwi's seen my stats with boxing. You know what I mean? Like it's a little lot easier for me to pick. But I think I'm around 80% or 87% with boxing or something like that. Curtis Alter, you got headbutted. Did he say he got headbutted in fucking the last fight he was in? I like Chris Curtis a lot. He's like 30-10 in his fucking UFC career. I mean, he raised his son, his first son by himself. Didn't know if he's going to become homeless and shit. That guy's a fucker. I respect that guy a lot, man. Just like I respect Francis the same way, you know. Also, he got headbutted. Yeah, twice in a row. Second headbutt fail. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. At least with what's his name in the lighter weight division. Fuck. When he threw the punch, he headbutted the dude that fought fucking Patty Pimblett, and he said it was a headbutt or something. But that one didn't look like it was that noticeable. There was a headbutt last week or the week before that was definitely intentional. He leaned in with his head, went bang, like that. You know what? Everyone used to accuse Holyfield of headbutting. In boxing, it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Some guys just got really hot heads, and when they, you know, when they're ducking or slipping or trying to go lateral movement or whatever, or uppercuts or overhand rights, overhand lefts, they're fucking, you know, they just clash heads by it. You know, it just happens. You know, whoever has the hottest head, you know, is going to prevail. Marvin Hagler, rest in peace. You know, my first inspiration in boxing, other than a friend I had that boxed really young. You know what I mean? They said he had a really thick fucking skull. You know, he had like built-in headgear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I had friends at keg parties that would fucking do headbutting contests after 10 headbutts as hard as they could. And I'm like, damn, one of those guys is gonna fall in the fire. You know what I mean? But yeah, hard heads. I landed 14 feet on I have a hard head, and that's why I think saved me. My strength. Doctor said I fought to live. I was big and strong, all this stuff. You know what I mean? And he said I definitely fought to live. And he said your head will be twice as hard as it was prior to this injury after 2 years after it heals. So yeah, I've been in like 20 fights or 15 fights since my head injury, and never had a problem. They're all really quick, bloody messes. Chris Curtis. Headbutt fail. PF failed too. PFL failed to not have Francis Ngannou there facing off with fucking Wilder. That might have saved that fucking promotion. And you got to put elbows in there too. You know what I mean? Maybe some Saudi company will pick them up and buy Bellator too, put them all together and include elbows, because that's not mixed martial arts, in my opinion, without elbows. 8 limbs. You can't make that shit up. That's some bad luck. You know what? It could be bad luck. Chris Curtis is a good fighter, and not only that, Imavov's a tough dude. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think Chris Curtis is trying to cheat. You know, I really don't. But who knows? We don't know. When you're in a fight, you know, fucking your heads can clash. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's all out war in there. It's all out war. It's like when someone kicks someone in the dick. I don't think they're trying to kick him in the dick all the time. I think they're going for a high thigh kick, you know, high quad kick, or they're going for a fucking inside leg kick, and the guy moves and it hits him right in the dick. You know what I mean? On the cup. You know what I mean? On the cup, people. I'm sorry, not dick. I don't want people to. Can you believe people on my IG rail? I said, you don't know, right at the beginning, I said, right after I got done training, I'm like, you don't know the power of the dark side of the force. Because I said that. They said it's in, I don't know, I crossed the guidelines. I'm like, all I'm saying is what the Emperor said on Star Wars, assholes. Curtis it isn't it? No, he isn't. He's 30-10, dude. He raised his son by himself as kid, and then he had another kid. You know that. You know he's not. Any man that takes care of their kids is a real fucking man. Trust me. I just put my last kid. He went to college this week. Stayed overnight to meet his classmates for September, and you know it fucking fucked me up a lot. It fucked me up letting my daughter go. Like, you know, it really fucked me up, man. Even though they still stayed at home, but just letting them go be adults, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard as a father. And unless you have kids, you don't understand that. And actually, my daughter, my firstborn, changed my whole perspective on life. And my wife, you know what I mean? My wife is an angel, you know what I mean? So I had really good luck, you know, with her. You know what I mean? Really good luck. Loyal, very good person, you know what I mean? And strong. Behind every strong man, there's a strong woman or a stronger woman. A good woman will make a good man a better man. And all his tendencies of fucking up and acting on impulse and all that shit. Well, having a kid and having her, I didn't act on impulse. I thought things through a lot better. I would evaluate the situation. Do I want to pay $30,000-$50,000 for this punk who's starting with me, talking shit, and then I go over there and pound his fucking head in, and then he calls the cops and I go to fucking prison again? I got to get bailed the fuck out, hire a lawyer. But someone comes 2 feet in front of me, they're getting dropped. That's a funny thing. All my assault and batteries with a dangerous weapon, shot foot, these are all grown men when I was a teenager and 20s too, in my early 20s. Like, no, all as a teenager, they would call the cops after they walked out of the bar with liquid courage, coming over and fucking with 5 or 6 of us, and we leave them there laying in their own blood. And somebody would call the cops and say, my name. So, yeah, it's for defending yourself. I had to go to jail. But I always get bailed out. You know what I mean? Okay, so Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault. I like Barriault. And I like Eric Anders too. Via third round decision, Barriault defeats Eric Anders. I had Barriault on that one. I had him in a KO, TKO round 3. I thought it was going to be a war. And I guess it was. I guess it was a pretty good fight. Some people thought Anders won. Some people thought Barriault did all the right things. You know what I mean? Dan Ige defeats Nate Landwehr. I heard Ige tooled him up for the first 2 rounds, and then Landwehr came back in the third and put it on him and tried to win, but Ige did enough to defeat him. So you guys tell me if I'm wrong at the end of this, because there's only 3 more fights to talk about. 2 more. Yeah, 3 more. Mike Mallet defeats Adam Fugit. Submission at 106 of round 2. I had Mallet in a KO round 2. So I had a semi-perfect pick there, I guess. Something like that. I had a perfect pick, Gary, and it doesn't show up on your thing, on your picks thing, the thing I'm on with you guys. Maybe it's a Tapology. I wrote fucking one of the interns or something. So Mallet could be a really good fighter, like a legacy fighter, the new GSP of Canada, maybe. You know, he has the skills to do that. Charles Oliveira defeats Beneil Dariush. First of all, respect Charles Oliveira. I had you back your whole championship run. I even picked you versus Islam, to be honest with you, bro. So I picked Dariush because I thought it was Dariush's time. I'm a big person on momentum, you know what I mean? And he had 8 straight wins, you know what I mean? Dariush is a problem for a lot of people, and he's still going to be a problem for a lot of people. Salute Oliveira. Good job. Dariush, I feel bad, bro. I definitely picked you to beat Oliveira. I picked you to beat Islam, too. So go back to the gym Monday, and the people that fall, fighters that fall, get back up, like Charles Oliveira did when he was 1-3. Those are the people that fucking, that's what you got to do. And leave your family at home, because I think that's a distraction for you. No matter what you think in your mind, Dariush Beneil, I bet you your coach would say that. And it's not that your wife and kids are bad people. It's just you have to have that warrior mindset all a fight week, actually all a fight camp, and all year long, year round. Like, yeah, you can take a break a little bit. Once you have an opponent, you should be studying that motherfucker every day. Look for his tendencies. IQ is everything. IQ is everything in the fight game. 90% is fucking mental. And once you mentally break somebody, you know you have them. It's like when you hurt somebody, you don't let them recover. That's why you train for. That's what explosive training. That's why you see me doing wind sprints and shit. It's like, in my mind, I know, like, I always know I'm going to want to fight. I'm not accepting defeat with anybody. No matter who the fuck it is, it don't matter. I don't have a mindset of a loser. I say I'm going to win this fight, and I'm going to fucking give this motherfucker a slice of humble pie, right? Once you have any doubt in your mind, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. So that's the mental battle with yourself. You know what I mean? Everyone gets a little nervous, whatever. There's guys in the gym that destroy champions in training. But once they go in front of a bunch of people and the lights are on, in front of the big lights, they shut down. It's a mental battle with yourself. If you've ever fought, you know that. By the way, shout out to Bice. Shout out to SOD Stormtroopers. That Billy Milano. I did that for you. I did for Scotty and I did for Charlie Benente. I did for Danny Leica for Nuclear Assault. Scotty and Charlie Benente from Anthrax and Billy Milano from SOD and MOD. I actually had a beer with him and I sang a fucking chorus on stage with him at the Paradise. It's weird. I seen Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, all these bands at fucking clubs, all these epic groups at clubs, and then following year I see him at these big fucking, big fucking places. You know what I mean? 20,000, 30,000 deep. You know what I mean? So it's weird seeing them in that small space and very like, what would you call it? It's like seeing really good pro fighters fight on the, fight their first 10 fights or whatever in a small place. You know what I mean? You actually having drinks with them after. You know what I mean? So I'd party with a lot of my pro fighters after their fights. You know what I mean? So Darius, I feel horrible for you, brother. Charles Oliveira, I'm happy for you, dude, because this is what happens in these fights. I like both fighters. I just go with the person with more momentum. I think Darius, nothing against your wife or kids, obviously. Obviously, I'm not saying that. I just think you need to get in that warrior's mindset. And you need to leave your wife and kids for your camps. I believe that will make you a champion. You go on a championship run in a year or two. You can do that in 1 year or 2 years. Everything is timing in life. Remember that in your mind, Darius Benil. I hope you see this someday. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got one perfect pick here. 4 out of 11, one perfect, 240 points. Ain't showing up, Gary, on your little thing group there. But top 25 in Rush Hour Fight Club. If you're in the top 25, you did pretty good because we got 60 people in there. And it's on an average, it's like 40 or 35 people in there picking. I don't know why we have 60 people in there and the other fucking 25 or 30 don't make picks. Don't join the group if you're not going to fucking make picks. If you're not gonna be there, that's fine, but at least make the picks. You know what I mean? Because everyone in that group can fucking pick fights. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna go on a hot streak. Sometimes you're gonna go on a cold streak. I don't care who the fuck you are. The top 25 people in Tapology are all UFC fighters. The best pick is in. Go look at Steve Spock's fucking Tapology page. Go see how good he is. Gary knows. Gary's damn fucking good. All you guys are good. You can't make that shit up. Dude, Palman, if I told you some of my shit, right? I don't think people would even fucking I don't even, if we had these iPhones and phones with fucking, we had the big fucking yellow ones like this big with a fucking with a huge antenna, it would cost $1,000 in a weekend to fucking pay for it. It'd be like a $4,000 bill at the end of the month. You'd have to be pushing some serious weight to fucking have one of those. You know what I mean? I always had pages. I just run the fucking payphones or whatever the fuck. But my wife smashed about 5 of them after being out for the weekend. Oh my God, my wife don't fucking play. Okay, Amanda Nunes, but that was way back in the days, people. In the 90s. In the 80s. Amanda Nunes, respect, salute. Amanda Nunes defeats Irene Aldana, the Mexican assassin. I mean, Aldana, you can make a run now. It's the people who lose and come back from a loss and get up. It's like in life. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing in life. Like I fucked up. I never made the same mistake twice, but I fucked up in my life, right? And I came out shining. I come out with a convict mentality because I already had that fucking mentality before I went into prison. You know what I mean? So, but you're worse when you come out of prison. Aldana, you should have been putting the pressure on right from the get-go. You seen how Pena beat Nunes, right? Got right in her face. And the way you hit, when you throw your hands, You hit those focus pads harder than some guys I've seen hit those focus pads. And I know you got to be able to land it. I understand that. But I don't know. I've seen you land some fucking left hooks, fucking leaping left hooks like Roy Jones style, and wreck fucking broads, man. Like put discombobulate Core Street USA. They just fucking don't know where the fuck they are. Just like Amanda Nunes. She get that straight right down the middle. She hits hard too. I don't know if Aldana had the reach advantage on this fight. I think she did. Or maybe she didn't. I forget. I usually go with the one with the reach and the harder fucking hands, but the fight, people, it's all a mental thing. It's keeping your distance, it's hitting and not getting hit, and being able to take a punch, being able to take a kick, be able to take whatever the fuck. It's all mental. It's all a mental game. So Savage Inc. picks out there on Fridays, 4 out of 11. But if you're a gambler, I made you money this year. I know I have. My fucking, I go back on my picks and I can show you for this year. You know, I actually do that once a week. I throw my fucking picks up there, or once a month, or whatever the fuck it is. I throw up my percentage up there, and I show you every, you know, I only pick elite MMA, elite box, elite MMA, and because the first year I was on Tapology, this is my second year. In July, it'll be 2 years. I was picking different fucking promotions and shit. Like one, I'll pick like a couple fights, you know, like half the roster I know. I only know like 25% of the roster. UFC, I know about at least 70, 80% of them. You know what I mean? So, or if I don't, I'll go watch their last 5 fights, or at least 2 or 3 fights if I can find fight footage on them, you know? Usually, but if we find out someday that fucking UFC's fixed too, Dana White, I wouldn't allow that fucking, if someone's blackmailing you, I'd be paying them motherfuckers because you're a coward. I know that from living here in Boston. You're a coward. So you ran from this city. You were scared of a bunch of rats. And I don't care if they're killers or not. I'd say, okay, I'll be waiting for you. 44, 45, 22, 25 on my ankles, 44, 45, and a fucking riot punch shotgun on my fucking back. All right, bring it, motherfuckers. I got plenty of ammo. I'll be waiting. All right, let me go over these. Comments. Second headbutt fail. You're absolutely correct, Gary. But I don't know if they're intentional. I don't. Chris Curtis seems like such a good man. I don't think he is. You can't make that shit up. Okay, I already went through that. Curtis isn't a sissy. He wanted to continue. I think the ref called it early. Okay. I'm going to find all this out later, but I only went to a quick scan of it. You know, Drew Bronx kicked ass. Yes, he did, brother. You've seen them grow. Oh, yeah. The UFC since 93, bro. If you watch for long enough, you get to know a good fight and pick a call. Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. You just never fucking know. That's the thing. No one knew Charles Oliveira was going to go on that run. Like, I'm a big believer in momentum. Anyone will tell you guys, I always pick fucking Olives. Always picked them during his run. I always said John Jones beats all fucking heavyweights easily. You know, it's just certain things. Tony Ferguson, I never seen that beating coming from fucking Gaethje. I thought he should have took a year off after that and got his head straight. You know what I mean? Because Tony Ferguson was a bad boy for 12 fucking straight fights. And you know what? He was working. He never had a gym he went to that he was part of. He went to 10 Plan Jiu-Jitsu and he trained for 6 hours by himself most times. He'd go work with boxing coaches, a few of them, you know what I mean? He did everything on his own. It was all a mental game with him. Ferguson's a fucking savage, you know? People that talk shit about Ferguson, they just don't remember. They don't remember how fucking elite he really was. And I think Khabib's father, God bless his soul, because I love Khabib. I love Khabib. I love his cousins too, Umar and Usman. I even like Islam too. You know, I like them all. I believe Umar and Usman's already a problem in Bellator. He's going to be a problem for a while. And Umar is going to be a problem in the UFC, a very bad one. I think Yair Rodriguez beats fucking the pound for pound, the lighter weight divisions, Alexander Volkanovski. I think he has the style to do it because styles make fights. I just believe he's going to hit him with a fucking flying knee or a fucking head kick or something. He's going to fucking concuss him and hurt him. I really do. I think, yeah, Rodriguez is the real deal. We'll see. But I love Alexander Volkanovski. See, that's what sucks. You got to pick somebody. You know what I mean? I think he shows the balls of a fucking animal. If you watch, yeah, you're absolutely right, Gary. You're absolutely correct, brother. And it keeps evolving. We got Dana. You know what I'm looking forward to is Dana White Contender Series in August or whenever it starts. I love watching that every year because you see the new talent coming up. You know what I mean? And you see the guys that don't make it that should have made it. And you know they're coming right behind them. Every year we got new guys coming in the UFC. That's why it's I think it's going to be pretty hard to fake. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know, but anything is possible because they fixed a lot of boxing matches back in the days. And I know certain fights were fixed in the 90s, too. I almost know for a fact. Almost for a fact. If I can find that, the podcast I listen to, audio version, I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna put it on here and let people listen to it. You guys are going to be shocked when you hear this fucking. I know I could get it because I know a dear friend of mine has it. I got him in the union like 5, 7, 8 years ago, and he's been working every day since. He bought a house since got him in the union and everything. He deserves it. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? But he came over and let me listen to the fucking podcast. It was like a fucking 2-hour podcast. It's about a very popular fight out there. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to get him in trouble. I'm not going to try to snitch him out. But I will let people listen. And you decipher for yourself because it's already out there. It's already out there on the internet. So it's not me fucking doing anything. It's already been out there. I just want to remind people and get people's opinions on it because it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. The guy had no business being in there with the guy anyways. Recap done. Bedtime was up at 7 a.m. So oh, dude, Gary, thank you, brother. Thank you. Watch for longer. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to play a song for you, Gary, right now. I know you're going to like this track, bro. Palman, you too. AJ, thank you. Pulse, thank you. You're always welcome, brother. You don't have to say, look in the Discord. Just let me know, bro. It was never a personal thing like Kiwi. It was never a personal thing. It was just, he's 15, 16 hours ahead. You know what I mean? Like, I can't promise certain times every day, but pretty soon I will be able to. You know what I mean? So really soon. You know what I mean? Anyone's welcome on here. You know what I mean? I even offered Palman, if he wants to come on, you're more than welcome. I agree to disagree with anybody. Like, I'm not going to sit there and argue with people. People have their opinions. You know what I mean? I'm never, ever going to fucking, say you ain't right. We'll see after the fight's done. You know what I mean? That's it. We'll find out. There's no reason to fight. People want to argue. No, he's going to win. He's going to win that fight. How do you fucking know? It hasn't happened yet. You know you're going to win. You put your fucking house on it. You put a fucking $1 million or something, 10 million. You'd fucking go borrow 10 million and put it on it if you knew it was going to happen. Right? All right. I'm going to put this track up real quick. Let me see. Oh, shit. Okay. Now I'm going to put one of my tracks up because that way they can't fucking give me a fucking hard time. Actually, yeah. I'm going to put one of my tracks up because, oh, you know what? Yeah, one of my tracks because they can't say nothing about that. You know what I mean? You know what? A lot of people like this track right here. A lot of people like this track here too, but that was in 2002, 2006, 06 to 08, and I was really pissed off. The Union Way, I was like yelling at fucking general foremen from the companies and shit, fucking threatening to fucking knock their dick loose and shit. So yeah, it was more like anger management for me making that album. Anyways, This album, I mean. So, let me see. Yeah, I'll put this one up. Fuck it. This one is this is All of Us. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, let me just do this. Yeah, so give you guys a little idea of this one. I was on all those pills too, all the pain pills, all the breakthrough meds, all the fucking everything, all the zini bars, like everything. This time, I'm not on anything except for weed and 2 zini bars a day. That's it. That's on the screen, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I can find out right now. Hold on.
I experienced Boston ever since 9-5. Seen good times, never knew crime in the first time. I made the page hard, the sage rock flows insane with KK Park. Back in 9-7, the kind of people I learned from was a divine blessing. So I step in the line to trust when I think back. The kids stacked with mad nights on the same track that we lace. Creep through streets with your teammates. Seen the meanest coach.
Yeah, you come on whenever you want, Calvin. No worry
me,
about that. Gary,
straight spectating. Waiting for no man.
You know that.
Loyalty sacred.
Yeah.
I take it down the block.
All right, this week,
Cruise with the rhyme, blaring through raps. I gotta get mine. Rising like the sun after the night. Over the city filled with frauds of all types. A tears get attacked, get a coffin on the gasket. Boston on the map, here we coming out blasting.
Shout out to Type and Action doing that guitar riff from there. That's me right there.
Hutchinson, bend over. Once I enter the room, take over. Bitches stay right in brooms. I'm a real Boston hoodlum, soldier, ex-ton worker, bomb solver, big ass revolvers. After I'm done with you bitches, Bruce, I got spoiled for the legit bitches. I can back my shit, fucking hypocrite piece of shit. Don't run your mouth, you feel like gout. Ruin your gigs, take off your wigs. If I flip my lid, kid, another statement. Watch your back. I don't slack, smoke crack. I leg women's ass cracks. Faked up, smoke the glass, think you won't have shit. I got bad burn vices, caffeine, nicotine, chronic sticks, OCs, CD bars, flex, heavy bags, bad frags. What? Round, what? I'm a block, never come back along, never can be stopped. What? Round, yo, this is where we rock, and we're coming down the block, and we'll keep the block. We the type of dogs who run and roll the dice with thousands of the hundreds, making cats back down. Now you walk the numbers, a club on it over, I'm screaming Jason. Keep it sharp as an axe to bury you with basements. These Boston bad kids don't know that the money over, no, no, beat you really bad, bro. Like a supernova, oversized trucks with shit that is midnight. On the price, rocket match straps.
I don't care who the fuck it is. I'll go things that they
been about the team, always been about the team, making good shot of scene. This is boss status, baby. I'm a boss slayer. High nerds in my tape range. You a false player. We in love, still in public, the tops off. You ain't Willie, you lost cause needs to stop. It's a game full of mobs, starting across the monsters. Waiting in front, cause you eating at a Red Lobster. Round, what? Coming down the block, and we'll come back down, and we can't be stopped. What? Round, yo, this is where we rock, and we're coming down the block, and we'll keep the block.
I guess he did this behind his neck, playing the guitar. I wasn't there. No reason for them to be live either. Typing up. That was Dickie Stain's Sick Pop Entertainment. He produced that track, and that was Wiser Son on there with us too. Oh, that's another track from my. Listen, try to figure out who that is. I'll do the intro and outro. I'll give you the name right after, or you can watch this fucking, so I get my most views in that.
Because the feds are listening, sitting outside of your door, just listening. Surveillance video that's tapping your phones without warrants, tracking whips. The war is on. Better take heed, the feds are listening, sitting outside of your door, just listening. Surveillance video that's tapping your phones without warrants, tracking whips. The war's been on. It's been on, it's dead wrong. You playing against
that's why I produce on my both albums. He's in the back. Why is his son on the left? And that's me when I was thinking heavy.
Now they got an ill bitch.
You know, a
Single
bunch of
mother
fucking
chasing
game
bad
bags,
kids
fucking
on their own. Cause Papa ain't home. A vicious cycle for the paper. Like a high chaser. Bags of dough. That's gone a week later. Back chasing blazing trails. Using up favors. Jeopardizing everybody that you know. Taking down empires when the whistles blow. Stitches a habit. Know the rules, motherfucker. Everyone loses. Cause this prison's full of these suckers. There's a new world order. You think you free? Try crossing the border. Motherfucker, you'll get slaughtered. Decrease the populations. They stopping whole nations. These plans they in motion. You cattle just waiting. Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's tapping your phones without phones. Tracking whips, the war is on. Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's tapping your phones without phones. Tracking whips, the war's been on.
Life is crazy, it's
I
hard
got
and
no
short.
respect in
Gotta
prison. No one
maintain
has.
to hold down the fort. Close round the Lord, waiting for the day of Armageddon. People find the God, my sins don't compare to crimes committed by the gigantic empire. Lies acquitted, cause they knew the right people. Lies are wicked. We've been advised, we visit this country despite our citizenship. I'm sick of this shit, we bigger than this. I feel like killing the bitch. Got the statue of liberty. Fuck the resurrect you giving me. You can't take away from my pride and my dignity. Piece of Sahara.
This is back in 06, 08, people. These guys are a lot better now. Just like
we killing this.
Right, my own.
My clicks distant from the rest. We stay brilliant on the mission to be the best.
Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's tapping your phones without warrants. Tracking whips, the war is on. Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's tapping your phones without warrants. Tracking whips, the war's been on.
Focus when I wrote this. Bang, bang. Nizzles coming like a million locusts. I got that get the gab when I jab, when I mad, or when I stab shit up and maneuver. This ain't the sticks, this is the sewers. Real ghetto bricks, yeah. In Boston, the whites been in the jacks. Crazy white boys like me get mad respect, passed down from generation to generation. I know the real deal situation. Bobby Bang Bang Neal, my real name. Lost you over the Atlantic Ocean. Frantic, Irish fanatic, MC Steel. Cause I'm so real. Got the A's buying our shit. Feds INS, suck my dick. Pass that shit quick. Can't believe I'm Spock and Hela. Well, you hypocrites, run your mouth, you piece of shit. Now you're gonna get dealt with legit. Kill some people's ass, trying to get rich.
Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's having your phones without warrants. Tracking whips, the war is on. Better take heed, cause the feds are listening. Sitting outside of your dog is christening. Savannah's video that's having your phones without warrants. Tracking whips, the war's been on.
No one that you
10 billion
don't know.
of the most powerful leaders of every European and North American nation. You would have said representatives of the royalty, representatives of European Parliament, European commissioners, president of the European Central Bank, the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Federal Reserve, top 50 CEOs of the world's most powerful corporations. And they're joined by the leading lights of the world mainstream media, Washington Post, New York Times, Time Magazine, Newsweek, The Economist, the Wall Street Journal, which is one of the reasons, again, most people have never heard of them.
Nope. Most people are just, I don't know, very naive. People are very naive. Very naive. You know, do your homework out there, people. You know what I mean? It's not like we live in the best country in the world. We live in an awesome world. Like, I love other countries out there. I love people from even from communist countries. I love people from there. I love people from Russia. I love people from China. I love North Korean people. What they go through is horrible, man. North Korea especially. China, they disappear. Russia, they're kind of more good with their people. You know what I mean? But they will disappear if you go against their propaganda and shit. You know what I mean? But I talk to Russians. I got friends over there. You know, I got podcasts. Go on my fucking live feeds and listen, watch my podcast with my Russian friends. You know what I mean? I actually, a guy that writes for the newspaper in Russia, Moscow, came on my thing with my friend. So I actually gained another friend from Russia right there because he's a really good dude. You know what I mean? He wouldn't talk bad about his country or nothing, but they all love people in the Ukraine. Ukraine all love people in Russia. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I really believe Japan, China. I believe Putin put himself in a corner. I don't talk politics, but I'm just being honest. I don't hate Putin. I don't hate Putin at all. I like Chinese because they've been around for 4,000 years. You know what I mean? 4,000. We've been around 400. They've been around 4,000. Great Wall of China is definitely fucking on my bucket list. You know what I mean? When I get about 70 or 60 or whatever, I want to bring my wife to fucking. I want to go to the. I want to go see the pyramids. I wish we could all just. I wish every world leader. I don't want to see Biden on fucking mushrooms or fucking acid or mescaline or anything like that. DMT, any of that shit. I want to smoke the toad. I can't wait to go smoke the toad, have shamans, so I can lose my ego. You know what I mean? I'll admit it. I got a fucking ego. You know what I mean? I got an ego because I know in my mind how much work I put in. I know I can't fucking lose. So why not? You know, it's not being conceited. It's just being convinced. And not only that, it's a known fucking fact out there. Where I grew up. We grew up in a big city. Everyone fucking knows. A lot of those people are still alive that seen fucking me fight. Like, I hear people, they go fucking cold. And I'm not suckering nobody. You know, if someone gets 2 feet in front of me, it's a bad place to be with me, man. With animosity, it gets ugly. And it's just the way it is. I don't even like thinking about that shit no more because I haven't hurt nobody. Well, I've been in about 15 fights about 3 summers ago. And I was sitting right here on my sun porch. And I was sitting here with another friend I just seen Friday night, too. He knows this to be true. And I'm sitting here. First of all, he comes over without calling. That's a no-no. I got kids. Every friend of mine knows that, right? Never come by my house without calling. Unless it's an emergency, someone died, something like that. Then I'm not going to say nothing bad. You know what I mean? But I got kids, you know, so. But, a friend said with me was a guy I haven't seen since I was like 14, 15 years old. 14, I think. It's the last time I seen him. Comes to my door knocking, comes in. He starts barking out a guy's name that was living down in Arizona that used to be from around here. This is like 2 generations ahead of me or a generation ahead of me, right? He's like, he told me you so bad, there'll be no fucking. I go, dude, you better fucking watch your fucking mouth. I'm not that kid on fucking Boo's Corner no more. I'm not that fucking young 14-year-old. Even then, I wasn't taking your shit. Like, you weren't giving me shit anyways. Like, no one gave me shit back then because I had a fucking crew of savages. 100 fucking savages at least. And then a lot more than that, like in the summer. You know what I mean? All the real hustlers were out there fucking in the winter, in the fucking rain, everything. Like, that was me. You know what I mean? I was the youngest guy out there. Youngest kid. Youngest fucking teenager. So he's raising his voice. My daughter's upset. My thing is connected to the house. You know what I mean? My son porch, so it's not really the house, but she could hear it upstairs. And I'm telling the dude, calm the fuck down, dude. Calm the fuck down. And he pulls up his fucking shirt and he got a big scar from he goes, I got stabbed in the feds. 5 years. I go, I was in state prison twice before. When I was 19 and 26, I was in juvie. I go, that's Club Fed where you were, unless you were in Leavenworth, or unless you were in fucking a really bad fucking Fed joint, and most of them ain't fucking bad anyway. Leavenworth's bad. They get the worst of the worst. Supposedly they're the worst of the worst, but I know there's like 200 Charlestown guys there from 1 square mile of terror in Boston right there, Charlestown. That's where the most bank robbers and armored truck robbers come from in the whole world per capita. You know what I mean? It passed down from generation to generation. That's what they did. So I knew a lot of those guys, but they're really good people. You know what I mean? But, hey, growing up in the fucking bricks ain't easy, man. I'm telling you. I grew up without a father. Granted, it was fun, but, oh, dude, it's all right, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks, Palman. I appreciate you a lot, brother. I do. Come on this week, brother. Anytime you want. You know that. Gary, to all of you guys, AJ, anybody. You guys are all welcome because I talk to you guys every week. You guys are part of the community, you know, the brotherhood. You know what I mean? So, yeah, always, Paladin. Thanks, brother. Thank you, bro. You're a good man, brother. Salute to the Netherlands, Germany, and where the fuck, Amsterdam, that whole region, Europe, all of Europe, the whole world. Shout out to the whole world. All the people that listen to fucking my podcasts on audio, on podcast apps. I appreciate you people so much. Spotify, shout out Spotify, shout out iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, the browsers, all the browser searches, all the YouTube searches, all the new subscribers, all the ones that held me down from day one, like the 90 people that held me down from day one. Now I'm almost at 500 in 2 years. So, you know, going into my third year, but it's always been a hack job since day one, like, because I'm learning technology. So you'll never see me politically correct, any of that shit. But I'm not here to try to insult nobody. I'm not here trying to hurt no one's feelings. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. If you get triggered, just shut it off. You know what I mean? Real recognize real. And I just want to throw good vibes out there in the world. And I have passion for fights. I have a passion for music. I've been through a lot of shit in my fucking life. If you think Mike Tyson been through a lot of shit and other people, not just Mike Tyson. I'm using him as an example because I went through a lot of the same shit he went through, you know? But I just love Mike Tyson so much because I was a huge fan of Hagler, then Tyson, and then all the old school guys and the guys in the 80s and the 90s, you know? And even, you know, a lot of fighters right now I'm really big fans of. The legacy boxers out there in the lighter weight division and the heavyweight division. You know, I'm just very passionate about that stuff. But I have a lot of life. So if I could throw a little knowledge people's way and try to help people, and hopefully they don't make the same mistakes I made. But you could always come out of that shit. Like I came out of that shit 26, 27, 28 years ago. Like at the end of me taking pain meds for 17 plus years, I was prescribed from my fall in 2003. I was fucking coming up short on my pain meds, so it was ugly for a while here and there for a couple of days a month. You know what I mean? Because I'd be sick and, you know, fucking like dope sick from the fucking pills. It's fucking horrible. And sometimes I'd be really stupid and, you know, go make bad decisions, you know, when I'm sick. You know what I mean? So, and go buy shit that I didn't even fucking want in all reality. I'm not going to go buy pills that were 10 times more expensive. You know what I mean? When I'm getting them in 2 days, well, I already have a prescription for them. I'm only paying $10 instead of fucking $2,000 or $3,000. Not that I didn't even have. I had the money. I just wasn't gonna do it. So fuck that, man. Yeah. So, yeah, leave that shit alone out there, people. Leave it alone out there, people. Just live a good life and evaluate every situation. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't act on impulse like I did. And I started evaluating situations. Once my wife had a kid, you know, our first kid, I just, it changed me for the better. And my wife is already changing me for the better. So it's just love. I guess all of us need love. You know what I mean? I guess Paul McCartney was right. All we need is love, right? I guess that's all we need. We don't need to be at war with each other. All we need is, everyone do mushrooms and get humbled all together, all the world leaders, and come together and say, hey, we all make money together already. We're all going to make more money together, right? Let people live there, give them their freedoms, make it a democracy, and or just run your countries the fuck way you want to run the countries. We can't make you fucking do anything. You know what I mean? But don't make the mistake of fucking with America, because America's going to hit you hard too. You think you're going to hit us hard? We're going to hit you 10 times harder. I don't care what anyone thinks out there in this world, but American, we got fucking so many fucking naval fucking, we got submarines all over this world. We're not just in America. And good luck crossing those oceans. And good luck when you get on land, if you get on land. Good luck going through the cities. Good luck coming through these cities. Good luck. Go to New York, Boston, Chicago, Jersey, Philly. Good luck. You ain't gonna make it to the middle of America. I don't think so after you go through those cities. No fucking way. So good luck with that one. Good luck with your Red Dawn fucking movie thoughts, because it ain't gonna fucking happen. There are savages in America, just not a lot of them are online, because they would have to learn it like I did for fucking 3 years, learning this shit. How to do all this stuff. I don't have a producer doing this for me. I got to do it. I don't mind. But after I find a studio that I can lease for like a year or something, a year lease, and then I'm moving out of this state soon. This year, next year, maybe 2 years from now. I don't know. Maybe next year, but very soon. Very soon. Peace, people. Palman, Gary, thank you, people, for joining me. I'm just giving you guys a shot. I know you guys ain't here no more. It's fine. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys coming. AJ, brother, as always. Thank you, bro. All you guys. You guys are all fucking. Pulse Reloaded, thanks for calling me and trying to get in touch with me and jump on here with me. No problem, brother. Like, you know you're always allowed in here. Like, Kiwi knows that. Jay knows that. Everyone's always got a seat in here. You know what I mean? Certain people have seniority because they've been here with me for, Jay jumps in when he can a bunch of times. Kiwi jumped in a lot of times. You know what I mean? Almost every week for almost a year. Like somewhere around there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they got first dibs all the time. But I can fit 10 people in there. And I think the more the people, the more perspective on the fights and shit, I think that's better for the viewers, because then they get to think about it in a bunch of different people's way of thinking. You know what I mean? I think it helps everybody out there that gambles. I don't even fucking gamble. I put $10, I think $10 on the fights on DraftKings. I ain't calling bookies I know and putting fucking $100 or $1,000 on any fucking anything, because I know people. Gambling is just like fucking a drug addiction for gamblers, for out of control gamblers. If you're just spending 10, 50, 100 a week or something like that, or whatever, right? Or 1,000 or whatever. If you got that drug money or whatever, or that hustling money, whatever it is. Maybe it's not even drug money. Maybe it's just, extra money that you hustle for, you work harder for, you know what I mean? Yeah, no risk, no reward. You know what I mean? But believe me, in the end, if you pick all the fights I've given picks on for this year, you'd be up money. And that's how real gamblers that gamble all the time, year round, they want to be up at the end of the year money. That's all they give a fuck about. You know what I mean? It's the bottom line. Did they make money? Yes, they did. So that's all Palman, yeah, you're going to get cold sometimes, brother. It happens. Like, I had 4 out of fucking 11 last night. But most of those fights, except for one, I think, were all decisions. So that could have been the judges. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. I don't feel, we're all emotionally invested in some way or another because we love elite mixed martial artists. We usually love both fighters. You know what I mean? That's the way it is with me, except for maybe 4 or 5 fighters in the UFC I don't like. They got Dana White privilege and they kiss asses. And, it's fucking funny how I don't know. It's funny. But I do get it. It's a business. I get, because I am marketing 101. Like, that's where PFL failed this past week. And me and Jay were talking about it in the animal room when I called in, and he wanted me to stay on with him and do the main event with him. I don't mind doing that with him because he does shit with me. You know what I mean? So he comes on here with me, talks for 2.5, 3 hours. You know what I mean? So I'll always go on with him if he asks me. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jay, me and Jay were talking about it. Shit. How the fuck did I forget that already? I blame the killer weed, man. The fucking weed is killer. I'm sorry. It's strong. See, this is the problem with weed, people. And it's not that you get stupid or anything like that. It's you have a brain fart. It's at the tip of your tongue. Yeah, so you want to win at the end of the year. Or if you're counting every month or every week, the more money you make, the more problems you're going to have in life. So you got to kind of keep your mouth quiet about the money you have. You kind of, that's what I learned over the years. People get jealous and envious when you stack a lot of cash, even cops and detectives and feds, all of them. Because they're like, you're breaking the fucking law. This is my fucking job. Hey, it's their fucking job to fucking stop you. You know what I mean? So you can't blame them. You know what I mean? That's why I never bitched about doing time. I knew I broke the law. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they didn't catch me with a lot more. You know what I mean? So very grateful. So yeah, I went and did my time like a man. Thank God. You know what I mean? I never defaulted court because I didn't want people fucking. I don't like the idea of someone looking over my back, even though I always do. I do catch them watching me sometimes, the feds and the detectives. I'm like, man, you guys are like 26 years late. Stop wasting the taxpayers' money. I ain't doing shit. Like, I'm not a bad person. I never was a bad person. I was just fucking a product of my environment. My kids are really good kids. Obviously, I did something fucking right. And I did a lot of good jobs on fucking big tunnel jobs in this state that most men could not fucking do. And it's the fucking truth. Everyone knows it's the truth. I grew up in a neighborhood of fucking 6, 7 generations of miners. You know what I mean? Tunnel workers, sandhogs. It's a rough neighborhood. And by the time I was 17, I was probably one of the roughest. And as an adult, 21 on, 17, 18, 19 on, I was a savage. Because I was molded that way by my fucking mentors and my friends, because they were such savages. I always looked up to all my older friends as a young kid, and even as a teenager, younger teenager. And then I started, realizing I was better than all these people at sports, better than all the older kids at sports that I played against. So I'm like, damn, I got to be tougher than them. You know what I mean? More athletics, faster. You know what I mean? So, but I never had to hurt any of my friends. Not really. No. Because they always had my back. I never had any animosity against any of them. You know what I mean? They always had my back. I can honestly say that. A few of them are cute pricks. I mean, you're going to fight with your friends, like have fist fights and shit. But at the end of the day, it was no big deal. They would start it, and I'd finish it. There was only a few of them. And I regret those because you don't want to fight with your friends. You know what I mean? You don't even want to fight to begin with, unless you're in a ring. That's why I love MMA and boxing. Before MMA is 93. That's why I started watching MMA and Pride and Glory, kickboxing, and even Fighters Rep kickboxing. My man George Francis over there, Fighters Rep out in Cali. I hope he moves to Miami with that fucking promotion. And he's a lawyer out there. So any of my people in Cali, you need a lawyer called George Francis. Good man. Honest man. And George, I think, when he comes to the East Coast, I think he knows loyalty. He knows he's real. He's the one that told me I should stick with this, like 2 years ago. He left a comment. I don't know. I didn't even know him. He left a comment, said, good job, dude. He liked my music. What do you say? You should be a fucking motivational speaker, this and that. I'm like, and other people have said that to me from other channels and shit. Black dudes and fucking white guys. And, a lot of people love nice comments, you know what I mean? Like in the beginning. And right now, I don't get no bad comments. It's always fucking people just giving their opinions. So I'm not going to lash out at them and nothing. They have their right to their opinions. They call John Jones a cheater and a steroids and all this shit. I'm like, whatever, man, that's your opinion. I'm not even responding to it. That shit don't bother me. My mental's too strong. All right, people, have a blessed friggin' afternoon. It's a day of fucking, excuse my language, Lord, spiritual day, and it's a day of rest, a day to be with your family, your wife, your kids, or your loved ones, or your mom, your dads. I wish I could be with all my loved ones. I'm with my wife and my kids, and that's all I want. You know what I mean? I just want to be around them. You know what I mean? Make sure they're all right. And I only want to be around good people. So, met a lot of good people since I've came up with fucking pills and stopped drinking back in 2001. So yeah, God just keeps putting good people into my life. You know what I mean? And there's still a lot of good people out there that I still love. You know what I mean? So good friends since we were kids. Peace out.